international conglomerate of individuals that want to bring in this new world order they're going to be disappointed. All right. In other words, they're going to be met with heavy resistance. They're not going to get off the way they think they are. So that their hands cannot perform the enterprise. When you go into the word enterprise, it says Hebrew word is tashaya, wisdom, sound, knowledge, success, sound, or efficient wisdom, abiding success. So what is the abiding success? Abiding success of the effect of the sound wisdom. And the scripture says real quick, and I think I would have had that in the Apocrypha. Sirach 19 and 22. It says, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither are at any time the counsel of the sinners prudence. So the knowledge of the wicked is not wisdom. So everything that these people have been doing, this Illuminati groups, Freemasons, and putting things in play and putting things in motion, is not true wisdom. All right? It's all foolishness, stupidity. Okay? They're all fools. That's what the Lord is really expressing. So they want to perform their enterprise, their new world order. And in this new world order, where they have everything that they desire, is the real estate, the people, everything. The Lord's like, nope, I ain't gonna allow this to happen. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in daytime, which is these meetings. This is not an overnight sensation. They didn't come up with these ideas last night or the last 20 years. This is a long period of time to ensure the stupidity of everybody, to make people not value their possession, and then turn around and around this time frame, like she made the statement about Carl Schwab saying that you shall own nothing and be happy. You could have run that stunt on people 100 years ago, let alone 50 years ago. Shit, even 20 years ago, people were like, what? They will kill you. But today, people don't have they don't have that possession, that mindset of owning anything. All right, they're willing to let it go. And those who have that old mindset, they want to get rid of. All right, and it says they grope in the noonday as in the night, because meaning they're confused. All right, but he saveth the poor from the sword. The Lord is the one that's going to save the poor from all this stuff that's happening. Okay, the Lord Yahushua is the conquering hero, and he's about to come and save his people from these things that's coming. It says, for their mouth and for their hand of the mighty, so the poor have hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. So the poor has hope in the Lord. This is a grand scam that's happening, when they're going to turn around and take everything that you have, throw you out in the streets. And when you're in the streets, they say, oh, you can't be in these streets. They're going to try to throw people in concentration camps. All right. They're going to try to execute you, destroy you, defame you, make you public enemy number one, because you don't want to be part of society, or they allow you to go throw your ass in the wilderness. But what they fail to realize is the Lord is going to be with his men. It says, behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. So during this whole process, the scripture says it's better to be in the house of mourning than the house of feasting. It's better to be poor in this world than to be rich. Because you already run on hope. You're already running on the guidance of the Lord, that the Lord will provide. All right. So when we go through all the ups and downs that we going through, and the Lord is the one that's correcting us, we should be happy because what's about to happen is a game changer. It says, therefore, despise not the chastising of the Almighty. Though it sucks that certain things don't go our way, like Paul said, he said he was abound. He was how you said it again? I just is a he was abound and he was a base. Yeah, a base. A base meaning poor. And he have, and he was abound. When he had, it was a balance. Okay? So when we get corrected, it's not meant for our destruction, it's meant for our salvation. And it says, therefore despise not thou the chastising of the Almighty, for he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. So despite all the planning that these devils have, they're not going to affect the elect of the nation of Israel. And in famine, so proving that it will be famine out here. All right. When you go to Revelations, the 6th chapter, it gives you a blueprint. What the world will say, the 4 apocalypses. No. It's from the red horseman to the pale and to death, famine. These people, Esau, Edom, the elites, are causing all this trouble on the planet Earth. There's the planet Earth is huge. It could feed many people over. All right. There's plenty of real estate in this world. But yet this man is responsible for the majority of the food shortages in the planet Earth because of his greed. So famine is going to happen. But like the scripture says, that the Lord's servant shall eat during this process. So these people that's bringing in the famine and just taking this out, like next month, majority of people is going to lose their food stamps, which is supposed to be an assistant to aid people to be able to eat. So they're causing in this famine purposely. And then famine, he shall redeem thee from death. So the famine is not going to go away. All right. It's not going to go away at all. It says in war from the power of the sword. And if famine takes place, there's going to be war. All right. People are going to lose their mind. People is going to do whatever it takes in order to survive. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of victims out there, and this is part of everything. It says, "Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth." Why? Because the Lord is going to protect his. Job 20. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, no, sorry, 4. Knowest now this of old, since man was placed on earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So this is a common trend. This is why everything, I repeat it again, everything that was written before time was written for our learning. And we all, throughout history, wicked men ruled with an iron fist, but their wickedness was only for a short time. All right? It was only for a short time. So despite this thing's been over hundreds of years in the making, what is that? 1776? This conglomerate group, these bastards that snuck around and decided this is how we're gonna turn the world to be. We're gonna take everybody's possession. We're gonna own this. We're gonna do this and that. It's only for a moment. Like Apostle Torah said, empires or kingdoms, sorry, only last 250 years. 250 years is up. It's about to be up next year. And their agenda the audacity of these people thinking that 2030 they're going to accomplish what they want because they have this mindset that they're going to rule forever. It says, though his excellency mount up to heavens, meaning what? That was part of the blessing of Esau. All right. Out of all history, this may look like the most advanced society on the world, but all that the Lord still saying that though His excellency mount up to the heavens, satellites. This is why we have information at a drop of a dime. You can see things clearly. You know, you got to able to speak to somebody on the other side of the world. It's never been heard of. It says, and his head reach up to the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own done, just like the society. All right. The only thing is missing is flying cars. But we got cars that can drive itself, you know, technical savvy and all this other stuff, all that shit. The Lord said he's gonna perish like his own shit. Because this is a shit kingdom. All right. And it says, and they which have seen him shall say, where is he? Proving that it's a significant people that's in a position of power, that's ruling everything. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, people are like, yo, where is this guy that did all these things? It says, he shall fly away as a dream. And everybody's talking about that American dream. You got to be asleep. So this nightmare is about to be over. That's what the scripture's saying. All right. This nightmare is about to be over. And it says, and shall not be found, yeah, he should be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither